Hello and welcome back. My name is Kelly and here is where you will find all types of various vintage inspired videos. And because it is December, we're doing vintage Christmas inspired videos. So for today's video, what we're doing is decorating this adorable tree right here behind me that I just got this weekend with my dad and my husband. It is our tradition to go together. I think my dad and I have been going since I was 12, and my husband has been going since the first year he and I met, so this was his 9th year. Here are just some of my vintage ornaments, including vintage tinsel, because what vintage tree would be complete without a little bit of tinsel? These ones I just use as decoration, so they will not actually be going on the tree, but I have some modern tinsel that I will be using. What we're gonna do is go through the ornaments. I'm gonna show you the other vintage ornaments in my collection, including some retro ones that will also be adorning this tree. So I think it's time that we get to decorating. Here are some of those vintage ornaments, and then inside of this box there's even more. And you'll see later in the video, I knew I had more vintage ornaments than I had found, and that's because there was a box hiding in the garage. So the majority of these, I would say, are from estate sales. That cat is a retro one that I got online, and those satin ones, I love them. I wish that I had more of them. That one was a retro one from Palm Springs. Here is all of my tinsel that I reuse every year. These hooks, actually vintage, got those at an estate sale. I love deers. If you watched my decorate with me video, you will see how many retro deers that I had. Do you recognize what Christmas film is playing in the background? If so, let me know in the comments. And speaking of Christmas films, I wanted to share now what my favorite classic Christmas film is, and the answer is It's a Wonderful Life. I am just obsessed with it. Jimmy Stewart has my heart, and no matter how many times I have seen that film, I always cry at the end of it. I think even beyond Christmas films, it may just be one of my favorite classic old Hollywood films of all time. This ornament was my grandma's. I complimented it on her tree and then she told me to take it, so now it's mine. Here I am putting on the tinsel. I went with a heavy-handed approach and I had to keep it all a little bit higher up on the tree because cats. And tinsel is no joke. It's not for the faint of heart. Look at this mess. It is not fun to clean up, so use it at your own risk. And here is what the final tree looked like, minus the ornaments I found after I filmed this. Here is that box of vintage ornaments I said I later found. I thought I was going crazy, but I knew I had that gold vintage tinsel, and so I thought there had to be another box somewhere. And after looking and looking and looking in the same areas, we finally found it, and I was vindicated. These ornaments all went up on the tree as well as my silver tree, and the tinsel ended up in the hidden bar, and I felt much better now that I found them. All right, that does it for today's short video. I hope you enjoyed decorating my Christmas tree with me with my vintage and retro ornaments. If you are a fan of vintage or Christmas, be sure to leave a like and subscribe because I will have more vintage Christmas content coming through the month of December. So until that next video, I am wishing you a super swell day and I will see you then. Bye. Inspired. I know.
So it's so a lot.
I did. I hate that. I hate that. No, because I said the vintage inspired part. Not supposed to say that. Including vintage tints. Damn it. I think. Hope you enjoyed the. What did I say? Hope you enjoyed decorating with. Yeah.